All right, it is late May of 2022, and usually I do posts like this or videos like this that are kind of evergreen that last forever, but this one's very specific about this moment in time in the housing market. It is a little different. It's changed over the last few months just as fast as the onslaught of huge price increases came along a year and a half to 2 years ago. They are changing a little bit, and I'm going to get into it and what that means. Hang tight. Hey everybody, and welcome into the show. Thanks for a couple minutes of your time on the Real Estate Minute Show. We're getting close to episode 100. I think this is 98, 99. We're almost there. And if you watch all the episodes, thank you for being there. If you're one of those that always is asking me questions, you know who you are, you guys. I thank you for that. You actually know already, because I've talked to you before, that a lot of the questions we get here actually become show topics, because this is not meant for me, it's meant for you to help you out. So quickly, moment in time, it is the end of May of 2022. Looks a lot different than February of 2022, of January, of October last year. As you know, you've been following the real estate market. Prices have gone up 10, 15% a year over the last couple of years, depending on where you're at. Some have gone 50 to 100%. It's a property in North Carolina I was looking at about a year ago that was an investment property for about $80,000. It was a flip. It's now sold for $178,000. The same house. Went off the market, did not get renovated yet, and was over twice the amount. So anyway, it just depends on where you're at and what you're doing. Your little microclimate, your little micro economy might be slightly different. But what is going on is, because of rates, we are seeing 5.5%, 5.75% interest rates, way up by a couple points from 3.5% about 4 months ago, if not sooner than that. That is now having a slight bite. Now, the inventory is so low still and remains so drastically low in a lot of areas that it is slightly offsetting this major dip in pricing. So that's what it is. So it's almost like this kind of weird artificial time that I got to tell you, I've never seen this before. And it's very difficult for us to react to. We can only make our best judgments based on the data and forward-looking prospecting data and all that kind of stuff. But my feeling is that the interest rates have taken, if you had 20 buyers for your house in multiple offers well over ask, that these interest rates have really knocked out probably at least half of those buyers, because they're buyers that need loans, and now their loan payment went up $1,000 to $2,000 a month because of this rate increase. It is enough to take a bite out of their ability to qualify, which means the prices of the home start to just soften a little bit, but inventory is so low. So it's still keeping things kind of propped on this kind of almost artificial a situation where we have lack of inventory. Once there's some regular inventory back on the market, meaning like 2 to 3 times the amount of inventory at least, right? That's how far off we are. Then we're going to start seeing a little bit of price adjustment and a little bit of competition back in the market. I'm not saying that's a good thing for you, because you might not get the number that you were looking for, but it's going to be damn close, because inventory just doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up Monday morning and you had 3 listings, and Tuesday morning you have 100. That's just not the way it works. It's a slow grow process, which I think is going to keep prices fairly stable. I don't think there's going to be a major dip. However, we are seeing slightly down pressure. We are seeing people offering at asking or just below, when over the last 3 to 6 months, you've heard in the news and everything that everything has been over asking. So just keep that in mind as we're reaching for these big numbers, that things are just softening just a little bit in May. I'll report back in June, July. We'll see how the summer's going. A lot of times we see a little bit more inventory. That's what's going on. So hang tight. We're going to get through this, buckle up. We'll get through this little bumpy ride. And we got recessions and gas and all kinds of world events going on that kind of affect all this. So things right now are still stable. So hang tight, cross your fingers, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for the time.